That's right, you guys read the title right. Why Poirier can beat Islam Makhachev. He absolutely has a chance. And I'm going to go through that in this video. So I know a lot of people are counting Poirier out. He's like a minus 600 underdog or something. Not a minus, what's it, a plus 600 underdog. And according to Tapology over here, 81% of people are picking Islam Makhachev to win this fight. Most of whom are choosing submission. Which, you know, it's understandable. It's understandable, respectable picks by these people. But yeah, almost no one is choosing Dustin to win this fight, man. I know there's the odd casual that's like, oh, pressure makes diamonds, you know, you're paid in full, shit like that. I know there's the odd fan like that who doesn't really know what they're talking about. I'm not talking about me, by the way. I know I'm defending Dustin in this video, but you know, I'm not one of them. Trust me, guys. And I know we can't completely go off the BSD fight as well, because he did have that staph infection and he looked terrible in that second round. And he looked pretty good in the first round, to be fair. I also know that Islam is a stylistic nightmare for Dustin Poirier. This is like the worst type of matchup in the division that Poirier could have had. But yeah, here's what he gets. He gets the friggin' guy from Russia who's definitely taken something. If not right now, he's taken shit in his past at least. I think we have substantial evidence to make that assumption. You know, the inbred cunt. Yeah, he's just... We have substantial evidence for that. Yes, on the feet, we know that Dustin Poirier is pretty good against southpaws. We've seen this in the past, like against a lot of people. Most recently, we've probably seen that against Conor McGregor. But yeah, one problem with him is that he does like fighting on the back foot. He likes going back against the cage and fighting like that. But that's not going to be the way to go in this fight. He is going to have to pressure. He should learn like a thing or two from Volk. Volk had a lot of success in that first Makhachev fight because he was pressuring forward the entire fight. And Dustin, I really hope you do the same. Yeah, and a lot of people have been talking a lot about Islam striking. Striking is super good or whatever, it's super technical. It's mediocre, man. I'm just going to say it as it is. A lot of his striking depends on the scare of the takedown. When it comes to Islam Makhachev. I know he's trained a little bit of Taekwondo when he was little, and obviously he trains a lot of striking now as well. But it's just not at the level of Poirier. Poirier is just absolutely going to outclass him on the feet, including the threat of the takedown, I think. So Islam is going to have to shoot at some point in this fight. He's not going to get the knockout. I just don't see that happening in any universe. But the best chance for Poirier is, I'm just hoping that Makhachev has fallen in love with his striking a little bit, because he knocked out Volk in his last fight. He'll be thinking, well, I'm going to try and prove a point, I'm going to stay on my feet, stuff like that. I'm just hoping Makhachev thinks like that. But we know that these Dagestanis usually don't do that. They just want to win the fight. That's their main priority. They'll make the fight as boring as they can just to win it. But yeah, let's hope not. Let's see how this goes. When it comes to the ground, though, we know that Poirier gasses a lot in the grappling, which is unfortunate, but he has some pretty good cardio. He will last, but his striking will get slower the more Makhachev manages to keep him on the ground. We can also do a little bit of MMA math here. Like if we see Benoit Saint Denis, which was Dustin's last opponent now, Islam Makhachev, they had a common opponent, Thiago Moises. And yeah, man, arguably Benoit did better than Islam Makhachev on the ground. He had a lot of good exchanges. Yeah, it was so that's just some MMA math bullshit though, but we can't really go based off of that. However, we know how much Dustin wants to land that guillotine on someone, on anyone at this point. And honestly, Makhachev has the perfect style to the perfect like grappling style to pull that off, because he does shoot, he gets the body lock, stuff like that before he gets the takedowns. Those are perfect if you're trying to get the guillotine. So Dustin could clamp a guillotine. It'll be tough for him to get it though, but yeah, Poirier might as well just try, because guess what, if Makhachev gets in the distance, he is gonna be able to just drag Poirier to the ground eventually. So Poirier might as well just go for it at that point. So yeah, what's the conclusion of this fight? I think this is Poirier's last title fight that he's ever gonna have. Probably his last fight in the UFC. I just don't see him fighting after this. There's nothing for him to fight for. We saw him on the Ariel Helwani show. He was talking about how he promised his wife when he was 18 that he's gonna quit the sport when he's 35. He's 35 right now. He's going to turn 36 soon. So he is going to want to bounce out the sport. If he gets the championship, if he gets the belt, he's going to leave. Even if he doesn't, he's going to just leave, is my prediction. So this is going to be the last fight for Poirier. So yeah, I think everybody wants Poirier to win this fight except for the Muslims and you know, those, you get what I'm saying. But like, yeah, everyone wants Poirier to win. And yes, it's going to be perfect if he does win. There's going to be world peace at last. All the problems are going to be solved. Cancer is going to be cured. It's just going to be an amazing time if Poirier wins, man. So let's just hope for that. and it's gonna be a very exciting fight. So yeah, let's just hope for the best. I'll be rooting for Dustin, so will everybody else on YouTube, is my assumption. Until then, man, until the fight, I'm super excited for this fight. See you guys there, yeah.